Well, today we have Dr. Sammy Spann, the interim senior associate vice president of student affairs and the dean of students with UT. Now, thanks for being with us today. This school year, are you losing students to suicide?
I think it's more of a national issue. I think we all are. We all are not actually losing them, but having more students being referred to counseling and situations. And if you remember the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, the chancellor canceled classes the other day and called it a wellness day because they had two suicides, death by suicides. We haven't had any of those to date, but we are taking precautionary steps to make sure that we're making students feel a sense of belonging, but also know that we're here if they need us.
Okay, so you mentioned counseling and some of those other steps. So what specifically is being done to fix these suicide attempts that are happening, like you mentioned, not only at the University of Toledo, but nationwide when it comes to students at the collegiate level?
Well, right now we're doing everything possibly. Our Office of Student Involvement and Leadership is putting on more programming. We have a student organization called Active Minds. They are putting programs together for mindful thinking. We have animal pet therapy where we bring animals in for that situation as well. A lot of students are getting overwhelmed with just the run of the semester. This is typically the time of year when burnout happens. But put COVID on top of that, it escalated a little bit. This is why we have this our midterm fall break, and it's going on today and tomorrow. So students have a time to reset and just rejuvenate.
Okay, and if someone senses someone that they know or themselves might be struggling with some of these suicidal thoughts, what resources do you have specifically to help out at UT?
Well, they always can come to the Dean of Students. My office door is open. We have a slew of resources here from our advocacy and support office to our counseling center. They can call the main campus counseling center, and I can give that number. It's 419-530-2426. There's a national suicide prevention hotline that always works in tandem with us, and that is 1-800-273-8255. And of course, we have a crisis text line as well for students who want to text. Just simply text hello to 741-741. And those are just a small amount of resources that we have on the perimeters of our services, but we also have in-person counseling and academic advisors and success coaches that are here for our students as well.
Okay, Dr. Spann, finally, before we let you go here, did you ever think that this would be something that you would be dealing with, a spike in these suicide attempts?
Well, nationally, mental health has increased over 35% in the last 4 years. So we saw it coming. COVID just exaggerated the situation a little bit more to where we are kind of being more prepared. But we have a mental health task force that's led by our Dr. Linda Lewandowski, one of our nursing deans, who is making sure that we have these conversations almost on a weekly basis.
Well, Dr. Spann with the University of Toledo, thanks so much for being with us today as we talk about this very important topic.
Thank you for having me.